The Mitchell family moved into their new home, an old house that had been vacant for over 20 years. They loved the space, the charm, the history. But from the first night, strange things started happening. They heard noises in the basement, scraping sounds, like something was being dragged, whispers too faint to understand. The previous owner had passed away with no family. No one had lived there since one afternoon while organizing the basement. They found something hidden behind an old bookshelf, a heavy rusted trunk locked shut, covered in dust. No key in sight. It looked like it hadn't been touched in decades. Curious, they forced it open inside. They found old clothes, photographs, letters, but at the very bottom, wrapped in a faded sheet, was something they never expected: a stack of old videotapes unlabeled except for a single word scratched into one of them. Leave confused. They found an old player, connected it, and pressed play. The grainy footage showed the basement. They were standing in the same shelves, the same concrete floor, but there was a man sitting in a chair staring at the camera. He didn't move, didn't blink, just sat there like he knew someone would be watching one day. The screen flickered. Then a different scene appeared. This time, it was night. The basement was dark except for a single light swinging from the ceiling. The camera was set at a new angle, showing a wooden box sitting exactly where they had just found the trunk. Suddenly, the box shook violently, like something inside was trying to get out. Then the screen cut to black. A final message appeared in shaky writing. You should not have opened it. The family felt the air in the basement grow cold. A deep, uneasy feeling washed over them. They didn't know if the videos were real or some kind of sick joke. But that night they heard the noises again, louder than ever. Now coming from inside the walls. The next morning they called the previous owner's lawyer, asked if he knew anything about the trunk or the tapes. His voice was quiet before he spoke. Whatever you do, do not watch the last tape. Do not stay in that house. They packed their things and left that same day. Never knowing what was on the last tape, never knowing what was buried in that basement. Would you have stayed to watch the last tape?